Welcome, our dear viewer, and today we want to talk about a topic that's gonna excite you, a topic that is going to show you the light, because here at Kenyan Eye, we show you the truth that out there you cannot actually be able to access this particular truth. And we want to talk about why Kenya might be headed to a constitutional crisis. My name is Mateka, Kenyan I himself, and we are here with my friend
Isaac Otieno.
Yes, Isaac Otieno. Welcome to our today's broadcast. We want to talk about why Kenya might be headed to a constitutional crisis. Maybe first of all, we want to talk about this topic because of the petition that is before the Supreme Court of Kenya. You all know that the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya political or rather coalition party has petitioned the presidential election that was just announced the other day by the IEBC, which is a commission that has been given that mandate to actually oversee the elections in Kenya. And the declaration of Dr. William Samoei Ruto as the president-elect has been actually protested by the Azimio la Umoja coalition, and they are headed to court. Now, we want to show you why their decision to go to actually head to the court is actually might actually lead Kenya to a constitutional crisis. Why are we saying like this? We have our very own friend here, Otieno, who is going to actually highlight more to us. Otieno,
Yes.
welcome. Why this case is likely to take us to a constitutional crisis?
First of all, the case is very, I can say it is enriching in the part of Azimio, although many might say that it is not something that has substance, but it can lead to a very big constitutional crisis that the judges might try to their level best to interpret the law so that they might avoid, or we can go there in that particular crisis.
Yes.
This comes because of the commission. The petition majorly highlights that the Azimio coalition wants a recount and retelling of the votes.
Yes.
Yeah, and that one, when you check under the Election Act of 2011,
Yes.
Section 80, subsection 4, allows the court to order the commission to declare a president-elect or a member of parliament-elect when upon a recount and retallying, the person emerges the winner, having proven that he or she has not committed any election offense, which is one of the claims that Azimio has taken there. Again, they have said that the election had much more irregularities and illegalities, that the election needs to be nullified. You know, on one hand, they are asking for a recount and retallying so that they be declared the winners. And in another hand, they are asking for nullification, that the election had much malpractices, irregularities, and illegalities were much in that particular process. So you find they want two things. And again, they have also said that the chairman of the commission violated the constitution. They are saying that they have proof that he declared a winner who did not reach the threshold, the constitutional threshold of 50% plus one, according to the law, which means the chairman violated the constitution and abused his role, the office. So, which means that the chairman acted unconstitutional in case their claim will be proven that he declared a winner who did not attain 50% plus one in that presidential election. So, in this particular case, you will find that if they prove that the commission is unfit to hold any office, we can also see, depending on the four commissioners who had a dissenting view and denouncing the result declared by the chairman Wafula Chebukati, you will find that it will be very difficult. But if the coalition, the Azimio coalition, can prove beyond reasonable doubt, yes, that the commission is unfit to hold any other election, And we also find that they also managed to prove that the election had illegalities and irregularities and it is nullified. And as per the law, when it is nullified, a fresh presidential election should be done in 60 days.
Yes.
So when we have a commission that cannot oversee an election and you nullify that election so that it is be done in 60 days, which commission now will be holding that election? That is where
we are likely to have something like another case being presented to the court to actually explain which commission will carry on the mandate.
That one will, if the Azimio coalition proves beyond reasonable doubt that the commission is unfit to hold that particular office, then the judges at the Supreme Court will now also make a judgment, or in their ruling they will declare that commission unfit. The people holding those offices, the commission is unfit to hold any election or oversee any election. And with that, it takes a process to have in a new commission. That the names have to be proposed, the names have to be taken to parliament, and the president must sign.
Yes.
As the
Who will be that president signing now in this case?
At that time, in case the ruling goes that way, the president that will have to oversee that one will be the current incumbent president, because we don't have any other president that has been sworn in. The president we still have is Uhuru Kenyatta. So in case the ruling goes that the commission is unfit or commission cannot hold any election, then how are we going to get the new commissioners? There is a process. This process has to go through the parliament. The president has to finalize, which means Uhuru's term might be extended in case all this happens. But in case the court decide to order a recount and retallying, then it will mean that the Azimio coalition will have been defeated to prove that there were illegalities and irregularities in the process, which means the court will now say the process was fair, was credible, was verifiable, but only the problem is the recounting and retallying is when they can order for a recount and a retally.
Now, maybe you can explain to us, how will we now find ourselves in a constitutional crisis after all this?
Yes.
How might this case take us to a constitutional crisis?
Yeah, just from my previous explanations.
Yes.
In case we are using might leaders. So in case the Azimio coalition or the petitioners prove that the commission as per now cannot hold or cannot oversee an election or a presidential election, then we must have a new commission. You see?
Yes.
And the process of getting new commissioners takes a lot of time, and it is a process that we have to propose names. We have to take them to parliament.
Yes.
The president has to go, and currently the president we have is under temporary incumbency, which means he cannot appoint or fire.
Yes.
So in case all this happens, who will be that president? Because currently, according to the law, the president is under temporary incumbency. He cannot appoint, he cannot fire.
So we are likely to see a scenario whereby the court is again supposed to tell Kenyans who will appoint those commissioners, just in case things go like that.
Yes.
And then in that process of appointing in parliament, what do you see ahead? What do you see ahead between the elected members of parliament in terms of agreeing with those names? If President Kenyatta will be the one given that mandate that he has to choose, do you think the Ruto side will accept to actually vet those commissioners who will be appointed by President Kenyatta?
So all these will come in case the ruling has been done. In case the ruling is done that particular way.
Yes.
But we expect that the judges are smart and they will try as much as possible so that they don't take us into a constitutional crisis without giving us clear directives.
Yes.
But in case such kind of a thing happens and we go to parliament, then it will be very difficult because I can say it will be very chaotic in that particular parliament for them to approve new commissioners, because you will find that there is at this side, there is that side.
Yes.
Everybody want to reign. Everybody want to say this particular names belongs to this side. This particular names belongs to this side. So you will find the process will be full of drama, and we will have pulling this side, this other party pulling this side, because nobody, the problem, we don't trust our institutions. We don't trust our processes.
Okay.
So it will be very difficult.
In the event of, can we say that the court can have that authority to extend the term of President Kenyatta?
Yeah, if the situation now makes it to go that way. For example, if the petition,
Yes.
the petitioners prove that these commissioners, the entire commission currently, cannot oversee a presidential election.
Yes.
If they prove that Chebukati violated the law,
Yes.
and the other commissioners also are proven that they cannot hold office, the other 4 who dissented and the 2 who abstained cannot hold office, then the court must look for a way that we get a body, or how are we going to get the commissioners. According to the law, there is a procedure to get the commissioners.
Yes.
So you'll find that procedure, it is not a one-day thing. It takes a lot of time. And if all these occurs, then that election cannot be done in 60 days if it is nullified.
Okay.
Yeah, in that scenario, if it is nullified, it cannot take place in 60
sorry,
days.
So in the event that we are going to look for new commissioners,
Yes.
the election will not be able to be conducted in 60 days, just in case it is cancelled.
Yes, it cannot. Because the entire process of getting new commissioners, it is very difficult to complete that commission in 60 days. That you can reconstitute a new commission in 60 days, and these people prepare themselves and conduct another presidential election. It will be very difficult